Let me begin by saying a huge thank you to the IES University and specifically Engineer B.S. Yadav Sahab, who gave me this opportunity to come to you through this webinar. And I'm actually delighted on this specific opportunity also because of the topic that has been chosen today. Skills and technology, how to leverage them during this era and what are the challenges and opportunities is a hugely important topic because of the current crisis that has been going on, but also because skills and technology have always had a symbiotic relationship with human beings. Before I get into the details, let me also say that whatever views I express here are entirely my own views, and the government should not be associated with these views. A request that I would like to make here is once I go through the specific points that I want to share with you, some experience worldwide that I want to share with you, I would like this session to be a little more interactive. The faculty of IES, the students of IES, whatever doubts, suggestions they may have, observations, I would welcome them, of course, in a limited period of time that we can spare. As I was saying, skills and technology and the symbiotic or collaborative relationship between human beings. You see, technology has always been important in the development of humanity. Imagine, not very long ago, maybe 300, 400 years ago, there was no light. And now we cannot do without electricity and light. Similar is the case with anything that you take. Steel, railroads, railways, computer or internet to baad mein aaye hain, but all the earlier inventions, they telegraph, they have made our life much easier. The ability to record sound. Today we can have music of all kinds. We can store music of all kinds. And you may not be knowing the ability to record sound about 150 years ago has also enabled us to keep a lot of data. And the huge data that we are seeing being collected today, whether through our phones or other instruments, is being utilized for human transformation. The point I'm trying to make is skills and technology have always mostly benefited humans. Now, what has happened over the years is both of these things, skills and technologies, have had their challenges. Let me give you an example of a survey that came in about in a major magazine of the country about 6 months ago. And this survey said that one of the biggest problems that Indian youth is facing is the lack of employability, the lack of skills, because of which companies are not ready to hire the youth. And that survey had been taken over from about 6 or 8 major metros of the country. And the immediate results of the survey indicated that 68% of engineers, of total engineers, and 82% of MBAs who were coming out of engineering institutes and MBA institutes were not qualified enough, which means engineers coming out of institutes did not know their engineering skills. The MBAs coming out did not have managerial skills, and they were not qualified enough so that companies could hire them. And this challenge has been pointed out repeatedly, not only by the magazines, but also by prominent people. Only some time ago, I think it has been less than a year, the co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak, had come to Bangalore. And he had again identified this. In addition, Mr. Narayan Murthy had also identified this as a huge issue. So skills, and now we all also have a ministry for skill development. So that goes to show that the government is doing a lot, but also what is needed in terms of youngsters adding to skills. Similarly, coming on technology. See, we live in interesting times. If you go back 30, 40 years, the youngsters may not be able to, but I'm sure some of the faculty and some of the others may be able to visualize a time when computers were not there. बहुत पुरानी बात नहीं है. It is only about 25, 30, 35 years ago, जब इंडिया में computers नहीं थे. And I mean, of course, the youngsters today cannot imagine a life कि computers नहीं रहे होंगे, but there was a life. And usually what you will see is that all major technologies have, their inventions come in about 15, 20 years, one invention, another 15, 20 years pass, another invention, and so on and so forth. So computers came in around, the 80, 85, late 80, 85 onwards in India. Then for about 15, 20 years, there was a gap. The internet started coming in around 1997, 98, 99. Till that time, not much use of internet was there. And each of these technologies, whether it was in the recent years, recent 30, 40 years, whether it was computers or whether it is internets, they have been changing our lives and transforming our lives. And then another 15, 20 years passed, and then smartphones came. Now you have a supercomputer in your hand, which is the smartphone, another new technology. And this is again changing the way humans interact. Businesses conduct themselves. Social activists conduct themselves. So this transformation that technology brings in has its advantages, but also has its challenges. Going on from here, I said we live in interesting times, but we also are lucky to not only have witnessed many of these, but also we are living in an age where there are three technologies coming in together. Many of you may have heard them: blockchain, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things. And each of these three technologies has the capability to change and transform human lives in exactly the same ways, if not more, than the previous technologies that we have talked about. So we are living really in challenging times, in interesting times, and it is up to us. It is up to the youngsters how they absorb, how they learn skills to use this technology to their own advantage, to the advantage of the society, and to the advantage of the country. Let me begin by bringing forward 5 or 6 challenges that I see. And each of these challenges is a huge challenge. It has to be confronted. It has to be analyzed. We have to learn from it. And we have to develop and devise ways of using it to our advantage. What are these 5 or 6 challenges? First, begin by the COVID-19 pandemic itself. The coronavirus that is causing this disease. Most of us are aware of what primarily it is. We are seeing every day in the newspapers, in the news, how deeply and widely it has affected societies and countries across the world. If you look at the latest figures, there have been more than 200,000 deaths, perhaps 300,000 deaths worldwide. There have been millions of cases of people infected. India itself has more than 500,000 people infected now. More than 20,000 deaths only reported, the figure was reached yesterday. And this peak of the infections has still not been reached in most countries. So it's a huge challenge that we are facing. This disease is not going away anytime soon. There is no vaccine in sight, yes. You keep reading about a number of trials taking place. Many organizations come out with statements that this trial is taking place, the vaccine will come out in 2 months, 3 months. But believe me, the vaccine is at least 6 to 8 months away at its nearest. And that is the only way we can treat it. If you go back not many years, there were the Zika virus was there, the SARS was there, HIV AIDS before that. Some of these viruses still do not have vaccines, which means that if we are lucky, we will see a vaccine for the coronavirus in about 8 months or 10 months. If we are not lucky, perhaps longer. So this challenge is there in front of us. Most of the states are witnessing record numbers. What do we do? How do we deal with it? After all, life has to go on, business has to go on, education has to go on. There are ways. And these ways, the government has been propagating, the media has been bringing these out. I just want to repeat some of them, that social distancing, which everyone has been pointing out is necessary, sanitization, hygiene, the wearing of face masks when you have to go out. If you don't have to go out, if it is not urgent, we must not. We need to follow these precautions and also keep in mind that the life as we knew it has changed. It's not going to be exactly the same way that we function as earlier. There will be modifications, there will be changes. We will need to learn to deal with these changes and adapt to them. So that's the starting challenge, the topic itself, the coronavirus. But the other challenges flowing through because of coronavirus are equally important and disturbing. What's happening is there is a huge amount of economic insecurity that we see. During the lockdown and post-lockdown across the world, I'm not talking only about India, across the world, also in India, we have seen cases of companies retrenching workers. Well-qualified people have lost their jobs simply because the businesses are not generating as much revenue and there is not as much demand. And therefore, those many people are not required by companies. So this huge economic insecurity that is stepping into the environment is causing a lot of hardship to families, youngsters across the board in several countries. This is one huge challenge that we have to confront. How about the educational fallout? See, and this concerns directly, both of these are directly concerned with youngsters today. We were not sure some months ago how this is going to pan out, how the pandemic is going to run, how the government is going to deal with it, what happens to the certificates and degrees of people, of youngsters, of students who are completing them, what happens to the studies of those people who are in the middle of their educational course. And this issue has been facing universities and governments across the world. Many have now, and including top universities like Harvard and Stanford and California, Yale, they have started online courses. So the education is continuing, but in a modified, newer manner, and of course, a restricted and limited manner. So this fallout has been there on education that we need to confront, accept it as a challenge, and devise ways and means of handling it. What else? The other part of the topic that we've just discussed, technology, that's also a challenge in itself. As was mentioned here and in various platforms across the world, we are now moving towards an age where it is becoming imperative for managements to operate remotely, which means Digitalization is increasing. The process of digitization is increasing. And the use of technology in conducting day-to-day activities, just as we are sitting across together today, despite physically not being next to each other, but still interacting and conducting this session. Similarly, across the sectors, digitalization and technology have to play a role. Are we equipped? In many ways, we are. In many ways, we are not. Most of the youngsters are truly adept at technology as far as social media is concerned. WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. We all know how to use them. The youngsters are throughout the day on these social media technologies, using them beautifully. Why is that enough? No, it isn't enough. We need to go beyond this. You need to add skills that will let you do things that are much more than this basic interplay of technology that you're doing now. What else? And I'll take up the solutions just a wee bit later. What else is a challenge? A huge challenge that's emerged. And this was there earlier also, but it has become more acute because of the pandemic, is that of mental health. We are increasingly seeing people who are depressed, people who are losing their sense of originality, who are sad, who are melancholy, and some of them may be inclined to take steps which are harmful to themselves and the society. That's again a huge challenge that has come in because of this pandemic, and also has increased over what it was earlier. This needs to be faced straight away and in ways that will prevent any harm coming to the individual and the society. One thing that I'm also very sensitive about, and I see it as a challenge, not many people see it as a challenge in India, but I do. And that's because across the world, I have seen how important this particular thing is. In India, we do not yet understand the importance of this particular challenge, but across the world, people do understand it and are making use of it. I'm talking about time here. Samay amulya hai, the value of time. That's a huge challenge. We don't recognize it as at the moment, but, and I'll give you examples why it is a challenge. Imagine if for each one of us, we analyze the amount of time we have done nothing productive in the day and put it together for the year. You will realize that there is a significant amount of time you can use in anything that is productive instead of doing nothing. You know, there is this concept of whiling away time. Aap dekhte honge, when you go out on the roads or when you see on the television, you will see people just standing on shops. Groups of 8, 10 sitting and just speaking to each other. Believe me, this doesn't happen in any country across the world. And I have been fortunate. I have served in 4 continents across the globe, been to 53, 54 countries. I haven't seen this in a single country, including South Asian countries. People just do not have the time to waste. They will not stand there if they do not have one specific work. And as soon as the work is finished, they will go away. And there was a time when across India, one would notice, but since I travel a lot, I've also started observing that even in India, there are now only 3 or 4 states where you will find a lot of people on the roads doing nothing. The rest of India is moving towards the way of other countries in terms of realizing the value of time. So that's very important. And finally, I would also like to touch upon the challenge of employability. And this again is related directly to your current studies, to your current university, to the youngsters in general. The more you are able to learn, the more you are able to add skills, you can remain free of this challenge. I gave you an example of the lack of employability or lack of gainful employability. See, about a couple of years ago, and there was this survey which came out which said that Bhopal is producing about 30,000, 35,000 engineers per year. How many of them were being employed as engineers? Maybe 5,000. The rest of the 30,000, 15,000 perhaps did not get any jobs. The remaining 10,000, 12,000 who got jobs were not employed as engineers. They were basically data entry operators or doing some other job. That is the challenge of employability. So we've identified the challenges. What do we do? The answer is not difficult. How do we get across? It's sustained work, that is all. मेहनत जरूरी है, लगन जरूरी है, hard work, sincerity, commitment. I will start with these three things that are necessary for facing any challenge in the world, let alone the challenges that we have discussed today. These three qualities, if you can develop in yourself, regardless of the circumstances, yes, it may be difficult to focus, it may be difficult to do hard work, but there is no substitute for this. So the first easy solution is hard work, commitment towards what you have selected or desired to do, and the sustenance of this through a sincere effort. That is very, very important. Then we need to focus. Focus on what? On the job at hand. Sometimes you would have seen that we are putting in work. The hard work is there, but it is not directed towards what is required. And let me also add the concept of entertainment here. I touched upon it briefly when I spoke about social media and its use by the youngsters. But let me go beyond it and say, one of the solutions for facing all of these challenges is if the youngsters decide that they will only have limited entertainment. Which means, जब तक आप कुछ बन नहीं जाते जिंदगी में, limited movies, limited cricket, limited Bollywood, see the results for yourself. I'm not saying close everything. Limited entertainment. Utilize that time, utilize that effort for something else that is productive. Have very large dreams. Dream as much as you can is another solution. And I keep talking to youngsters, I keep telling them, ye kyun? Why is it necessary? You see, there is this very famous saying by Ellen Sirleaf. And she goes on to say that the size of your dreams should always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. इसको सोचिए, इसका बेसिकली मतलब ये है कि आप बड़े सपने देखिए और बड़े सपने ऐसे हों जो आपकी अभी की कैपेबिलिटी है उससे ज्यादा उसमें क्षमता चाहिए हासिल करने, तभी तो आप अपनी क्षमता बढ़ाएंगे. It is only then that you are going to increase your capability to do things in the correct and efficient manner. What else? Technology की हमने बात करी. We need to evolve. We need to move forward. Think, analyze. आप लोग, all of us use apps. Apps हैं सबके फोन पे और बहुत सारे हैं. Someone has 50, someone has 100, someone has 200 apps. Analyze how many of these apps on our smartphones have been made by Indians. You will be shocked to know very, very few, if any. Why? After all, our youngsters are as brilliant, and I'm talking out of experience. Our youngsters are as brilliant as anywhere in the world. But what happens once they are out of college? What happens once they are into the routine of life? They lose that innovation and creativity. कट पेस्ट की जिंदगी हम अपने यहाँ चला सकते हैं कुछ हद तक. Not, we cannot excel in life unless we have innovation and creativity. Develop apps, or I've been saying this for some time now. Now it has become necessary also कि बहुत से social media apps जो आप use करते थे, you may not be able to use them. So it is also necessary for us Indians to develop apps. And not only apps, if you have big dreams, why not go on and create a company like Apple or Google or Facebook? Why is it that हम वहां पे अच्छी नौकरी तो कर लेते हैं, but we cannot create those companies by ourselves? We can. Only some of the solutions that I'm talking about, I'm speaking about, I'm listing here, if they can be taken to heart, and if our youngsters decide to adopt, nothing can stop them from achieving what they have thought for themselves in their life. That brings me to another aspect of the solution. Recognize that each of you are unique. And when I say that, I mean it. Every single youngster, every single faculty member, every single human being is unique in himself or herself, which means कि आप चूंकि किसी और के जैसे नहीं हैं, आप में अपनी खुद की एबिलिटीज हैं. Change the world. You are capable of changing the world. There is an anonymous saying that says that those people who are crazy enough to think that they will change the world are the ones actually who change the world. दुनिया को बदल दीजिए, और दुनिया को ऐसे बदलिए कि दुनिया आपको याद रखे, आपके contributions को याद रखे, और in the process you grow and reach heights that you have only dreamt of. Skills सीखिए नए. Learn new skills. I've been emphasizing on this during the course of lockdown. Many people keep telling me they have learned this, sir, हमने ये सीखा, हमने वो सीखा. And even I also added to one of my skills. I did not know anything with respect to plants. और मैंने gardening का एक skill जितना भी समय मिला उसमें develop किया, हर plants का, and I have picked it up as a passion. So learn new skills and try to align them with your passion. जो चीज आपको पसंद है उसमें अपने skills select करिए, और career आप उसमें बना सकते हैं, ये मान के चलिए. It is extremely important that your passions and your career align. Finally, I would also like to touch upon something that I have myself practiced all across. Or that is the concept of reaching out to people. It has become more difficult, certainly. Lockdown था, उसके बाद में भी ये सारे, और आगे भी चलते रहेंगे. These restrictions on meeting, these restrictions on large gatherings, they are going to be there for some time. But still, we need to reach out. We need to engage with people. Networking is a term that is now very, very commonly used. I would not like to use that term. I would instead like to say reach out and engage with people. It is not necessary that you just network with people for your own benefit. Once you reach out and engage with them, you will make friends with them. You will make acquaintances with them. You will make business friends with them. They will be of use to you in many, many ways. We were talking about mental issues, mental health issues. Meditation, mindfulness is something that youngsters, in fact, everyone needs to adapt. There are several apps. हमारे पुराने धर्म से भी बहुत सी चीजें फ्लो होती हैं. आध्यात्म है, ज्ञान है, ध्यान है. Any of these can be picked up and used for our own benefit for doing meditation and mindfulness. And you can then relate it to what I have been speaking about in terms of reaching out and engaging. I have friends from whose age on one side is 18 years, and I have friends whose age is 88 years. I keep learning from them. I keep interacting with them. And these friends are spread all over the world. Tamil Nadu से लेके टोक्यो तक के हैं, और सतना से लेके सैन डिएगो और सैन फ्रांसिस्को तक के हैं. Reach out and engage. Extremely important. Finally, I would try to close my address by speaking about 2 or 3 more things. एक तो ये कि जो कोरोना वायरस है, this pandemic, yes, it's disturbing. Yes, it's a serious disruption of our life. Yes, it is a disease that we don't yet have an answer for. Lekin to bhi, remember one thing always: do your best, take all these precautions, learn all these new skills. But जब भी कोई आपको लगे कि ये नहीं हो पा रहा है, वो नहीं हो पा रहा है, always go back to वो एक चौपाई है रामचरितमानस में, और बड़ी फेमस सी चौपाई है, बहुत से लोगों ने सुनी होगी. I'll just use 2 lines from that, and it says, होई है सोई जो राम रचि राखा, होई है सोई जो राम रचि राखा, को करे तरक बड़वाही साका. And it basically means that you do your work. Whatever has been destined, whatever the Lord has already decided, that is going to happen. So there is no need of worrying. There is no need of arguing on an issue over which we have no control. So that's something, if you keep that in mind, I'm sure is going to help you going forward. Something that I wanted to say earlier also, but I will take up this moment to say that, is about the platform that you have currently, the IES University. I've been hearing about it. The growth this university has witnessed over the years under the leadership of Yadav Sahab and the other members of the organizational team has been remarkable. For someone in central India, which doesn't have a much base in terms of education, for this platform to take off and achieve what it has in a limited number of time is very creditable. And this brings me to my final point. And this final point is again related to a very famous quote. And it was, I'm forgetting the name of the US president who used this quote first, but it basically, the quote is related to your current university. What I find is this university is exciting and perfect platform for youngsters to do all these things that I mentioned, to learn, to create a glorious career. And since you have this perfect platform, there is nothing that is stopping you from learning more. You see, learning continues for your entire life. So there's nothing that's stopping you from learning more. And if you learn more, you keep on dreaming more, which is, again, it is a kind of cycle. You dream more, you learn more. If you do both of these things, you can do more. And if you do all of these 3 things, you can become more. You can become much more than what you are. And that, I think, is the essence of this university that you are. And I would like to compliment the management of the university for providing you this platform. Please make use of this. Finally, before I again end with a very dear chopai of mine, I would just like to say that I am always ready and willing to assist youngsters or anyone else. In fact, I keep telling people, and people keep asking me कि आप आधा दिन जो है अपने ऑफिस में, you are helping people with respect to something that is not part of your assignment. That is, I keep doing that, and the only point why I bring it here is that I am more than willing and ready to assist everyone who would feel any kind of knowledge or suggestion or any other kind of assistance that may be required. You can reach out. And before we set this as an interactive session, I go back to the first three solutions that I had suggested. And those first three were hard work, commitment and sincerity. हिंदी में यदि कहें तो लगन, मेहनत और तपस्या. ये तीन चीजें बहुत आवश्यक हैं सफलता के लिए. और मैं उसको दोहरा इसलिए रहा हूं कि I feel, and I have followed this all across my life, I feel if this thing comes into the work culture of every youngster, there is nothing stopping you. और ये इसको एक चौपाई से जोड़ के याद रखिए, यदि आपको ऐसे याद रखने में कठिनाई होती है. वो चौपाई कुछ इस प्रकार से है. तपबल रचई प्रपंच विधाता, तपबल रचई प्रपंच विधाता, तपबल सकल विष्णु जग त्राता, तपबल सकल विष्णु जग त्राता, तपबल शेष धरहि मई भारा, तपबल शेष धरहि मई भारा, तपबल शिव करहि संघारा. बेसिकली व्हाट इट मीन्स इज, तुलसीदास जी यहाँ ये कह रहे हैं कि तपस्या, लगन और मेहनत के बल पर ही भगवान ने इस सृष्टि का, इस दुनिया का सृजन किया है. तपस्या, लगन और मेहनत के बल पर ही भगवान शेष नाग में इस धरती का भार उठाने का अपने सिर पर शक्ति आती है. और तपस्या, लगन और मेहनत के बल पर ही शंकर भगवान में संहार करने की शक्ति आती है. तो जब भगवान को भी आवश्यक है लगन, मेहनत और तपस्या कुछ हासिल करने के लिए, तो हम लोग तो सब इंसान हैं. We need to do this. Please start doing this and accept my compliments and best wishes for a huge, great career in your life. Thank you once again, IES University. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. It was such an informative session. We would love to apply your golden words in our day-to-day life. Now, I would like to request Professor Roshan Sehajpal, sir, to commence the question and answer session.
Alifia, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Thank you, Alifia. Thanks a lot, sir, for that wonderful session. And I hope our students have learned a lot from your profound experience. And my first question that I would like to ask you on behalf of students who are attending this session on Facebook Live is, what are the top 3-4 skills that are required by our students to increase their employability in this current COVID context, sir? If you could guide them, sir.
Okay, so if you would like me to list out the skills again in terms of their ranking, I would not like to say this is the most important skill, but I will list out those 3-4 skills. One, of course, is, like I mentioned, your commitment, hard work, and sincerity. So that is irreplaceable. Going beyond that, the skill, there's something known as EQ nowadays. So there used to be one IQ. And the EQ is the emotional quotient. It is also related to what I spoke about in terms of being calm, in terms of being mindful, in terms of incorporating meditation. So this skill of emotional quotient, how to maintain relationships. I spoke about reaching and reaching out and engaging. So the skill of EQ, and there are ways of developing this skill. So that is another one. Third would be adding the technological skills, like I said. You see, since we are going to move towards a world which is going to use more and more of technology, more and more of remote working, there are companies, including TCS and other large companies, who have decided for months that they are going to work remotely. So since all of this is going to come in place, we need to equip ourselves well. It is not enough just to use your social media or just to interact through a virtual conference. You need to use and develop technological skills. There are n number of technological skills you can pick from. I just gave an example of developing apps, but there could be n number. अपने interest से choose करिए, go through them. Also, when I said align your career and passion, what I mean is, once you have selected something that you would like to do as a career and is also of your interest, you need to add sector specific skills with respect to that. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा कि हमने मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग कर ली लेकिन मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग से रिलेटेड कंपनीज टाटा मोटर हो या कोई हो हमको लेना नहीं चाहती हैं बिकॉज आवर स्किल्स आर नॉट अप टू डेट इन दैट. सो व्हाटएवर यू चूज you need to be close to perfect in the skills that you are taking up. So ये primarily 3, 4, 5 skills हैं, but there could be so many. Language is another skill that you must pick up, whether it is X, Y, Z, because knowing an additional language, देखिए हमारी country में तो ये इतना शायद system अभी prevalent नहीं हो पाया in terms of external languages, but बाकी including countries like US, बाकी countries में you have to learn one additional language. So which means by the time you're out of school, आप एक additional language जो कि दुनिया में कहीं चलती होगी, French है, Arabic है, Spanish है, anything else, you are adept at one of those additional languages, which means एक और skill आपके साथ में जुड़ गया है. So there could be so many skills.
रोशन, I will take 1 minute.
Yeah.
सर, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा कि आपने जिस तरह से बच्चों को और हम लोग को एड्रेस किया regarding the skill requirements and the scenario in the post COVID area, challenges, opportunities. We are really thankful to you, sir. और ये हमारे बच्चों को हैंडी आने वाली हैं और जो अभी आपने टिप्स दिए. एक चीज सर जो आपने टच की थी उस पर अगर आप थोड़ा सा एलॉबरेट कर सकें, और मेरे ख्याल से वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्किल है सर. एडेप्टेबिलिटी की आपने बात की थी अपने एड्रेस में, और पोस्ट कोविड एरा में सर एडेप्टेबिलिटी विल बी, एज पर माय लिटिल नॉलेज, will be the most critical skill which will be required. Can you please elaborate on this, sir?
I will try to certainly elaborate on this. However, ये adaptability itself is such a wide thing.
Yes, sir.
कि ये हर सेक्टर में, हर स्पेसिफिक फील्ड में हम इसको उपयोग कर सकते हैं. But certainly, I will agree with you on this that unless we adapt ourselves to the requirements of the day, हमारे सक्सेस की चांसेस कम हो जाती हैं. और let me put it this way कि we need to be dynamic and democratic while adapting. Dynamic and democratic से क्या मतलब मेरा? What I mean by dynamic is as the situations evolve, जैसे कोविड इवॉल्व हो रहा है, इसके दौरान जो लॉकडाउन था, अनलॉकडाउन के दौरान जो सिचुएशंस हो रही हैं, बिजनेस और कंपनीज क्या मांग रही हैं, ये हम ऑब्जर्व करके, और ऐसा नहीं है एक बार हमने ऑब्जर्व कर लिया अपने आप को चेंज कर लिया उसके बाद जरूरत नहीं है. इट इज अ कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई से इट इज डायनामिक. अडेप्टेबिलिटी विल ऑलवेज बी डायनामिक. एक एडवांटेज हम लोगों का नेचुरल है इसमें. इंडियंस आर नेचुरली मोर अडेप्टेबल देन मोस्ट अदर सोसाइटीज. सो वी हैव एन एडवांटेज हियर, बट वी कैन परफेक्ट एंड होन दिस एडवांटेज by being dynamic. That means that at every stage we noticed, we keep observing, we keep analyzing and changing and adding to our skills. And the other is democratic. When I say democratic is taking feedback. देखिए हम लोगों की सबसे बड़ी कमजोरी, और हम लोगों की मैं again I come back to हिंदुस्तानियों के ऊपर, एक जो चीज मैंने महसूस करी across the world कि we don't take feedback in our work. And I'll start with my department. हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में भी ऐसा होता है कि हम लोग जो सोच लेते हैं सही क्या है, क्या जरूरी है समाज के लिए, एंड वी ट्राई टू इम्प्लीमेंट दैट लॉस के हिसाब से. ये सब जगह है. वी आर नॉट हियरिंग इनफ फीडबैक, वी आर नॉट टेकिंग इनफ फॉलो अप फ्रॉम द यूजर्स, और ये जरूरी है सीखना फॉर अडेप्टेबिलिटी. क्योंकि हमारी अडेप्टेबिलिटी स्पष्ट और तगड़ी तभी हो सकती है जब हम फीडबैक के आधार पे ये जाने कि सामने वाले को चाहिए क्या है, उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या है. वेदर इट इज अ बिजनेस दैट वी आर ऑपरेटिंग, वेदर इट इज अ एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट वी आर ऑपरेटिंग, वेदर इट इज अ पब्लिक सर्विस दैट वी आर ऑपरेटिंग, वी नीड टू बी डेमोक्रेटिक एंड डायनामिक. और जैसा मैंने इनिशियली कहा था, पीपल स्किल्स, सॉफ्ट स्किल्स जो होती हैं, अडेप्टेबिलिटी में सॉफ्ट स्किल्स की भी बहुत जरूरी होती है. तो ये एक कॉम्बिनेशन यदि हम बना सकें तो परहैप्स वी कैन एक्सेल and do outstanding work despite the challenges that we have in front of us.
सर मैं एक चीज छोटी सी और ऐड करना चाहूंगा। आपने कमिटमेंट, हार्ड वर्क और सिंसियरिटी की बात करी है, और आपने बोला कि इन ये 3 अगर स्किल सेट्स या एटीट्यूड आदमी डेवलप कर ले, बच्चा डेवलप कर ले, तो डेफिनेटली ही कैन एक्सेल। एक सर मेरे गुरु थे, उन्होंने एक इक्वेशन जो हमारे थ्योरी ऑफ रिलेटिविटी का एक कॉमन इक्वेशन है, E is equal to mc स्क्वायर, उन्होंने बोला था कि एक्सेलेंस तभी आ सकती है जब इंडिविजुअल मोटिवेटेड हो और स्क्वायर ऑफ कमिटमेंट हो। तो यू हैव कवर्ड द कमिटमेंट पार्ट, बट एक मोटिवेशन आज के जनरेशन में मिसिंग है सर। उसको कैसे, जैसे आपने अपने एड्रेस में बोला था कि हमारे यहाँ चौराहे पे 10-10 के झुंड में, 20-20 के झुंड में टाइम मिस्टर्स ज्यादा है, कैसे उनको मोटिवेट किया जाए, बच्चों को मोटिवेट किया जाए। जो आपने सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कवर किया था कि सर प्रोडक्टिव यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ द टाइम एंड कटिंग डाउन ऑन द वेस्टेजेस। तो उसके लिए मोटिवेशन के लिए हम बच्चों को कैसे एनकरेज कर सकते हैं?
बहुत बढ़िया सवाल है, क्योंकि जब तक मोटिवेशन नहीं होगा तो सर्टेनली परफॉर्मेंस अफेक्ट होती है और गोल अचीव करने में दिक्कत आती है।
जी हाँ।
अच्छा, एक उदाहरण के साथ में मैं शुरुआत करना चाहता हूँ। अपने विभाग का उदाहरण लूंगा। जब मैं एसपी था जिलों में, और बहुत समय हो गया, करीब 20 साल पहले की बात है, जब मैं सुपरिटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस था, तो उस समय एक चीज मेरे देखने में ये आई थी कि हमारे यहाँ कुछ सब इंस्पेक्टर्स थे जो कि 1982-83 में भर्ती हुए थे एज सब इंस्पेक्टर, और 1998, 99, 2000 तक भी वो सब इंस्पेक्टर ही थे, which means for almost 18-19 years of their public service they had not received even one single promotion. तो मोटिवेशन, बात मैं आपकी उसी पे ही आ रहा हूँ, मोटिवेशन कि उनमें, और हम फिर कैसे एक्सपेक्ट करें कि भाई वो थानेदार मोटिवेटेड रहेगा जिसको हम एक प्रमोशन भी नहीं दे पाए 20 साल में, तो मोटिवेट कैसे होगा वो? तो ये certainly motivation has been a issue across the Indian society. मैंने अपने जो तरीके निकाले थे उस समय भी, उसके बाद भी, not only in the police but otherwise also, what I feel is कि you see there are two kinds of motivations. एक होता है material benefits and the other is self achievement. You are motivated by self also. You're also motivated by material things of life. तो promotion जो मैंने अभी आपको mention किया is a material thing. आज के जमाने में youngsters are motivated by money. पैसा जल्दी से जल्दी, शीघ्र से शीघ्र कैसे कमाया जाए is a huge motivation. परंतु since that motivation is only materially related, वो शायद उतना effective नहीं हो पाता है जितना आप और हम अपेक्षा करते हैं. So the motivation has to be combined. अकेले material benefit से motivation हासिल करना बहुत मुश्किल काम है. So we have to move to a higher plane. We have to move towards the self achievement. आपने अब्राहम मास्लो का नाम सुना होगा, जिन्होंने theory दी थी ये.
Yes.
और he had postulated that the highest level of achievement is the self achievement, where a person is motivated by what he feels is necessary for him in terms of being successful, not the material part but the immaterial part. एक Japanese concept है ikigai का. They say ikigai.
Yes, sir.
जापान के लोग 100 साल रहते हैं, और जो रिसर्च और सर्वे हुई है उसमें ये पाया गया है कि one of the reasons why they are so highly motivated in whatever they do, whether it is creating Toyota and Honda or whether it is living life to their fullest, they are motivated because of the concept of ikigai. और वो ikigai का concept, वैसे तो it's a very huge concept, but छोटा सा समझने में, it is something, something that wakes you up every single morning. आप सुबह यदि बिस्तर से आप क्यों निकलते हैं, ऐसी कोई चीज है जो आपको खींच के निकालती है. That is your ikigai. It could be a combination of material things, immaterial things, self-actualization, anything. So basically motivation जो है वो दोनों levels पे जरूरी है. Depending on circumstance हमको choose करना पड़ेगा कि कौन से को हम ज्यादा महत्व दें. Eventually motivation हासिल करने में किसी भी youngster में, you have to work out ways and strategies to help him or her in achieving the self-actualization. Basically,
Thank you so much, sir, for the clarification and the add-on values. We are really grateful for your inputs. Roshan, you can please ask some more questions if you have.
Thank you, sir. So the top skill that Director HR, sir, and yourself, sir, you have enlisted is adaptability. Now, as we see in the current scenario, organization want an employee to wear a number of hats. That is, he should be able to perform multifarious roles. So how should a student who is right now entering his, say, placement season go about adjusting in this kind of scenario, sir? Any advice for such students, sir, from your side?
Well, I'm not a huge fan of multitasking. So, having said that at the outset, I would still try to list out कि ये बात सही है कि कुछ companies are demanding more and more from their employees. But if we go back to what we have discussed for the past 1 hour, it boils down to those very basics in terms of adding to your skills. The 4 or 5 skills that we primarily listed out. You see, the more the number of skills you have, the more the chances that you will be able to perform in different tasks or in a single task for different kinds of objectives. That is why I keep emphasizing why skills and employability is necessary. आपका एक बार job लग सकता है if you have 1 degree. But if you want to sustain that job, if you want to move ahead, you need those skills. Additional skills and learning is a continuous lifelong process. हम 60 साल के हो गए या 70 के हो गए और हम सब जानते हैं नहीं. It's a continuous process. Every single day, we should learn new things, and not only learn new things, take pleasure in having learned them. देखिए आप लर्निंग करेंगे कब? जब आपको उसमें आनंद आने लगेगा, जब आपको उसमें मजा आने लगेगा. Otherwise, so it becomes a system of rote. तो it has to be associated, जो अभी हमारा previous discussion था आपके motivation से, कि वो learning जरूरी है, क्योंकि आपको association अपने organization में higher reach करना है, but also वो learning जरूरी है because it pleases you, because it gives you pleasure. So I think that is the key. You have to be happy with yourself and keep adding with skills.
Thank you, sir. So that takes care of the skill part. Now coming on to the technology part, sir. Now we have so many small businesses in our country, and the requirement of the time is that small businesses need to invest in expensive technology and automation if they have to cope up with this COVID scenario. So how will India adjust to this? How will small businesses, that are so many in India, will adjust to this new scenario of having to invest in expensive technologies?
So yes, that is one line of thought, that you need a huge amount of capital and highly expensive technologies. But I do not subscribe to that view. And let me again, give you an example of a small garage in 1976. A place called Palo Alto in California. 2 people started a unit in their garage. They had a total of $1,000. Of course, in 1976, $1,000 carried a lot of more value than it does today. But I'm talking about the US. It's in California. And they started from a garage, no huge technology, no huge expensive technologies, no this thing. But they had 2 essential ingredients: innovation and creativity. और यही चीज बहुत जरूरी है जो हम में मिसिंग है. 99% इंडियंस में ये मिसिंग है, इनोवेशन और क्रिएटिविटी. और ये एग्जांपल मैं आपको दे रहा हूं एप्पल का. और ये 2 लोग थे, स्टीव जॉब्स और स्टीव वोजनियाक. इन्होंने इससे चालू करी, इवेंचुअली मैकिंटॉश कंप्यूटर बना बहुत पहले, और उससे निकल के फिर आज आईफोन तक के जो आप देख रहे हैं, ये सारी चीजें वहां से निकली हैं, उस छोटे से गैरेज से. सो to be innovative and creative, if you are innovative and creative, you do not need a huge capital. मैं इसीलिए आपसे बात कर रहा था, इनिशियली भी मैंने जो सजेशन दिए थे टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड, कि क्रिएट एप्स, एप्लीकेशन बनाइए आप, उसमें बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी नहीं है कि आप ह्यूजली लोन, बहुत बड़ा लोन लीजिए, एक्सपेंसिव मशीनरी, नो, यू डोंट नीड दोस थिंग्स. इट्स ऑल अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ स्किल. सोचिए, इमेजिन, we are a huge nation, 1.3 billion people. How many original Nobel Prize winners? Original मैं क्यों कहता हूँ? Someone living in some other country who is a national of that country is not an Indian. He may look like us, but he is not an Indian citizen. ऐसे तो फिर सारे, मतलब वो आयरिशमैन कहने लगे यूएस वाला कोई नोबेल प्राइज जीते, आयरिशमैन कहने लगे कि वो 100-200 साल पहले हमारे यहाँ से गया था. तो इट इज नॉट दैट. ओरिजिनल नोबेल प्राइजेस हमको क्यों नहीं मिलते? No, we are not less intelligent, but we are less innovative and less creative. And that is because of our systems. A main reason is हमारे system ये promote नहीं करते हैं. So what I am advocating for is, rather than go for huge investments, we should go in for innovation and creativity in everything that we do. And once we have this mindset since childhood, since the younger days, things will automatically flow. नई चीजें क्रिएट होती जाएंगी, नई चीजें सामने आती जाएंगी, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस बड़े होते जाएंगे, सक्सेस सबको मिलती जाएगी. इनोवेशन, क्रिएटिविटी.
Thank you, sir. So now the next question is that lot of employment is there, sir, in the service industry as far as our country is concerned. Lot of employment opportunities are there. Now there are certain typical hard to digitalize sectors like the food industry. So how would these kind of industries adjust in this pandemic scenario? Because as such, basically they're hard to digitalize. I mean, how would a restaurant digitalize where everything is people dependent? So can you guide us, sir?
देखिए, I would also like to say that number one, I'm not an entrepreneur and I'm not a technical wizard. So the answers that I suggest in terms of this specific questions may not be accurate from the perspective of what you're looking at. लेकिन कोई भी चीज देखिए, yes, certainly there will be industries that may be easier sorry, there was a phone call that I had to. So there may be industries that may be easier to digitalize. There may be industries that may be harder. जैसे food का आपने example दिया, certainly harder हो सकता है digitalize करने. But I feel कि यदि आप food industry में इंडिया के ही examples देखें, तो बहुत सी companies हैं जो केवल ऐप के आधार पे चल गई और वो digitalize उन्होंने अपने आप को किया, whether it was Zomato or whether it was Uber Eats or whether it was those kind of companies, जो कि sales और distribution में थी और also production of food in some places. तो the ways can be found out. और मैं बार बार innovation और creativity की बात इसलिए करता हूँ क्योंकि हम अपने आप ये सोच नहीं पाते कि इसका solution क्या होगा, और वो सोचना तभी possible है जब हम out of the box thinking करें. देखिए क्या हो रहा है कि आज हमारे यंगस्टर्स, दे लाइक आई सेड कि वो मटीरियलिस्टिक चीजों को और शॉर्टकट को कई बार प्रेफर करने लग जाते हैं. देयर इज नो शॉर्टकट टू हार्ड वर्क, सिंसियरिटी, कमिटमेंट. और वो आप पुट इन करना चालू करेंगे, एक सर्टेन नंबर ऑफ आवर्स इन द डे देना चालू करेंगे, जो बाकी चीजों की बात हुई, माइंडफुलनेस के लिए अलग समय रखना चालू करेंगे, ध्यान लगाना चाहेंगे, आध्यात्म की तरफ थोड़ा बहुत जाएंगे, आपका जो माइंड है, सी आवर ब्रेन हैज innumerous possibilities. We are only using a scientific research says a normal average human being only uses 10% of his brain. Imagine यदि बाकी 90% में से हम 5% और यूज कर पाए, what it can unleash. That is why I keep stressing on innovation and creativity. So regardless of industry, regardless of perhaps a food industry expert who is also studying artificial intelligence or blockchain may be able to give you specific concrete examples. लेकिन जब तक बेसिक इनोवेशन क्रिएटिविटी स्टार्टअप्स में नहीं होगा, आप अच्छा ऐसा नहीं है नहीं होता है तभी तो हमारे यहाँ भी कुछ कुछ एग्जाम्पल हमें मिलते हैं कि जहां लोगों ने वैसी चीजें कर ली जो पॉसिबल नहीं समझी जाती थी, बट दैट परसेंटेज एज अ टोटल परसेंटेज ऑफ बिजनेसमैन or total percentage of population is very low. This is what we need to increase, and this is where we need to concentrate on.
Thank you, sir. Alifia, do you have a question?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Almost all of my questions are answered, but I want to ask one question that while learning, what happens to most of us students? We give up in between. We lose consistency or persistence. So how to work on self-discipline and self-management?
जी, क्या बात है, आपका सवाल बहुत वैलिड है क्योंकि इसका कोई आसान उत्तर नहीं है। आफ्टर ऑल ह्यूमंस हैं हम लोग सब, और डिस्ट्रैक्शंस, डाइवर्जन्स ये सब होते हैं जिंदगी में, पढ़ाई में भी होते हैं। दैट इज व्हाई आई हैड मेंशन्ड कंसेप्ट जो कि जमाने में भी चलता था, और अब अगेन इट हैज कॉट ऑन, नाउ द वेस्ट हैज कॉट इट ऑन, वी आर नाउ फॉलोइंग इट, but to increase your focus, to increase your concentration, to increase attention span for all these issues, I think one doable, inexpensive in terms of money, inexpensive in terms of time, one answer is the practice of mindfulness. Youngsters जब होते हैं तो we don't consider this as something very useful, but believe me, करके देखिए आप, and not much. Practice 10 minutes, not much, but sustain it. 10 मिनट रोज करिए, 8 मिनट करिए, 10 मिनट करिए, and जिस फॉर्म में आपको अच्छा लगता है उस फॉर्म में करिए. You can find apps, brilliant applications developed by individuals from across the world. मैं 3-4 नाम आपको बता सकता हूँ. हेडस्पेस एक बहुत अच्छा ऐप है माइंडफुलनेस मेडिटेशन के लिए. काम CALM एक बहुत अच्छा ऐप है. 10%, ये 3-4 वंडरफुल एप्स हैं जो आपको म्यूजिक, स्लीप, वो तो सारी चीजें देते ही हैं, परंतु माइंडफुलनेस के लिए डेली एक ऐसा तरीका बताते हैं कि कैसे आप 8 मिनट या 10 मिनट माइंडफुलनेस मेडिटेशन कर सकते हैं. इनके अलावा यदि आप ये इसमें आपको लगता है कि ये नहीं, ब्रीदिंग पे कंसंट्रेट करिए, सांस लेने पे कंसंट्रेट करिए. देखिए, ध्यान यदि आप लगाना सीख जाएं 8 से 10 मिनट दिन में, इट विल इंक्रीज. और ध्यान लगाने से केवल ये मतलब नहीं है आंख बंद करके हम बैठ जाए. वी नीड टू ब्रिंग बैक आवर फोकस ऑन वॉट एवर वी आर थिंकिंग. दैट थॉट प्रोसेस हैज टू बी सेंटर्ड. या तो ब्रेथ पे सेंटर करिए, लाइट पे सेंटर करिए, किसी भी चीज पे करिए, लेकिन वॉन्डरिंग आप